spot with a devil trying to come in and change the top. Detroit switch up the game a lot, so it's like the hunt, bring it to the heart.
Friday Night Live with Cat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat.
Hey, welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Cat Carter. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh my gosh. Y'all know makeup is hot in the house. I'm still cute though. I'm still cute. Now I got these Carter jeans in full effect. I just want you all to know that my cousin is standing by. Carter jeans, Carter jeans. So Friday Night Live is a positive platform. We come to inform, innovate, and inspire. And today we are going to be talking about gut health. I want you all to know that this is a study that I'm doing, and what I am passionate about is sometimes we get the wrong information, specifically on the social media scene, and we saw that with the pandemic. So this is an opportunity for you all to actually hear the correct information from a board certified physician, and you can leave comments or you can ask a couple of questions, and we'll try to get as many questions that we can. So there is a 2 to 3 minute survey after this. If you would please do the survey so that I can have some data, so that I can see what's what. And this can possibly help me do better shows, get better topics. You just never know. All right. So without further ado, Dr. Sunao Gilbert, she specializes in, she wears a lot of hats. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so she does anti-aging, she does women's health, she does gut health, and she is the founder of Optimum Rejuvenation. I hope I'm saying it right. She's going to get me if I'm not. But anyway, I'm going to put her on and we're going to go ahead and get started. I have kidnapped her for the whole hour. So we're going to have a great discussion. Please welcome to Friday Night Live, Dr. Sunao Gilbert.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show. I'm really honored. Thank you.
Did I say the company right?
Yes, Optimum Rejuvenation. That's the name of my practice.
Yes.
So everybody, let's get this started.
Yes.
So first of all, to introduce myself again, my name is Dr. Gilbert. I've been practicing medicine now for about 22 years. I started as an emergency medicine physician and have transferred and transitioned basically into the general term is functional medicine. So I like to say that I specialize in functional medicine, which encompasses a lot of things. Some people like to call it anti-aging. Also, bioidentical hormones is under that umbrella. Testosterone replacement, peptide therapy, IV therapy. But in essence, functional medicine is root cause medicine. So it looks to find the cause in like a myriad of symptoms. Usually, classically trained doctor, I was classically trained. I was trained to give a pill for any symptom. So as I'm talking about gut health specifically, maybe somebody would come in and say, I'm constipated. Well, I reach in my bag of things and I pull out some Miralax. Here you go, so you can poop. Mm-hmm. Or if I have some heartburn, somebody says, oh, I have heartburn. I would, in the past, pull out some Pepcid or Protonix. But what I do now is look to see what's actually causing the problem instead of just giving my patients Band-Aids. So, which is medicine. I mean, I think that there's a time and a place for medicine and when it's called for, but I think that should be done on top of and after looking to find what the root cause is.
Yes.
So that's what I do now. Okay. Let me see if
Did you say you've been practicing for 20 years?
Yes.
She looked 23, don't she?
Mm-hmm. Anti-aging, my practice. Practicing what I preach. So, yeah.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So let me know when you're ready for your slides and I'll put them up whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's do it.
You ready? Okay, yeah. Let's do it.
Yes, I'm seeing people like comment.
They're coming in.
I know.
All right.
So this talk is about gut health. And let's get this started. So everybody has always heard the terms. I grew up hearing the terms and actually still really use this as my guide, as my gut. I grew up hearing, trust your gut, or, I'm sure people say, oh, my gut instincts tell me, or if you're in a situation, you say, oh, my gut reaction. And that's how you navigate sometimes difficult situations, or just, how you go by how you feel. So I think that's been done since the beginning of time. It's used to delineate what's good and what's bad for us. So given that in and of itself should be a key, that gut health is a really integral part of true health. And just in the fact that it lies in the center of our body, it has connection with all of our organs. It's close to the heart, it's close to the kidneys, your adrenal glands. As I'll talk about it later, even though it's a significant distance, there's still a connection between the gut and the brain. So gut health is paramount to actually having true health. So I will keep going. All right. So there are a lot of ways that your body can express dysfunction in the gastrointestinal tract. Okay. You may ask yourself, well, joints hurt? Do you have aches and pains in your elbows or knees or things like that? That can be a symptom of GI dysfunction, specifically like leaky gut. Other people may have issues with their thyroid or other low hormones. And a lot of that also is a manifestation of gut problems. A lot of biotransformation and activation of hormones and enzymes occur in your gut. Also, people may find that they crave sweets. That could be a clue as to GI dysfunction. Of course, there are myriad of reasons why people crave sweets. It could be behavioral and other things, but as I'll talk about again later, that we have a huge microflora. We have gut bacteria, and sometimes that is overridden with specifically yeast. What is yeast like to eat? Sugar. So because of this gut-brain connection, the yeast like calling out, hey, feed me. And that goes to your brain and you say, hey, maybe I should have a donut. Oh, I really crave some chocolate. But it could be your gut telling you that. So other ways that GI dysfunction manifests are skin rashes, eczema, and things in general, skin problems in general.
Wow.
And I, for one, that's how I actually found functional medicine. Was I had really bad eczema for about 10 years. And a good girlfriend of mine explained, hey, it's probably something that you're eating. I was like, no way. I got tested. I had all these allergy tests done. And she was like, no, let me send you a kit in the mail, a test that I know has not been done on you, several tests that have not been done on you. And lo and behold, I did them, found out that definitely my gut had a ton of issues. I healed my gut and my skin cleared up. So that's amazing. Mm-hmm. And then also, this goes mainly for women. They will be asking themselves, hey, why am I gaining weight in my hips or my thighs? Or
That's a good question. Yeah, I would like to know that.
A lot of times it's your gut. It's your gut. Specifically your detoxification centers, your liver, or an overgrowth again of the bad bacteria in your gut can actually cleave these linkages that allow you to defecate your toxins. So because of this dysbiosis, this overgrowth of bacteria in your gut, you end up recycling toxins, you end up recycling hormones. And so in that instance, when these people are hippie, it can be estrogen dominance, which is a recycling of your estrogen because you have dysbiosis. So they don't seem like they're gastric problems, but in essence they are, and they manifest as all these different things. So, all right, some facts here. So all chronic illnesses stem from an unhealthy gut, which is hard for a lot of people to believe. Cardiovascular disease, diabetes. Of course, there's different things that actually cause them. You have to have like a genetic predisposition for some of these things. And then there's triggers. But usually in the whole, there is a breakdown in one of the functions of your gut, which causes subsequent inflammation. So these chronic illnesses basically result from inflammation. And each year, nearly about 70 million Americans are affected by digestive diseases. So again, your people who come in complaining of constipation, they can be complaining of diarrhea, heartburn, GERD. So those are pretty burdensome. And these millions of people are taking Tums, they're taking Pepto-Bismol, they're taking proton pump inhibitors and Dulcolax and Senna and Miralax, all of those things to relieve those symptoms, but they're not actually treating the core of the problem. Again, just putting a patch on their symptoms. So it is really, really necessary to look at the core functions of the gut in order to properly heal it. So I'm just going to kind of delineate what the gut functions are, and we can break those down so that everybody has a better understanding of the ways in which they can truly become healthy. Okay, so this is pretty basic. Everybody knows that the GI tract function is for digestion and absorption. So the GI tract has to break down all the food that we consume and also absorb it. And this happens as a result of complex coordination of enzymes. You have your bile acids, peristalsis, which moves the food, and then microbial transformation, which happens in the small intestines and the gut. So when we're eating our basic foods, our body is breaking them down into macronutrients, which is comprised of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Everybody's nowadays tracking, their macros, how much protein they're eating, carbohydrates, and fat. So that's pretty basic. But then your body has to also break down and extract micronutrients. So those are your vitamins, your minerals, and your phytonutrients. And those are what we need to comprise our enzymes and also antioxidants and what we need to thrive as an individual. So it only requires a deficiency of 1 or 2 micronutrients to cause a dysfunction in our bodies. Very common is B12 deficiency. And this is really common, of course, because we're taking all these proton pump inhibitors and H2 blockers. And what they do is they decrease the hydrochloric acid in your gut. And you need this in order to have and absorb B12. Also, these deficiencies in the micronutrients cause oxidative stress. And so that's, everybody's heard that term, and free radicals and things like that. So the oxidative stress puts a burden on your body and causes a dysfunction in multiple systems. And then on top of that, this oxidative stress actually can damage your DNA, and that leads to cancer. So, and there's always this big question, why is there so much more cancer nowadays? It's because there's a lot more stress that's going on in our body, a lot more toxins that are in the environment. We are eating poorly. And so I think that's a large part of it.
Dr. Gilbert, I have a quick question. It says, please define inflammation from a medical position, but in a way that they can kind of understand.
Okay. So inflammation is a cascade of different, there are different factors. We call them like cytokines and interleukins, all these different medical names. But what it does is it causes your body to retain extra fluid. It recruits white blood cells to the area that's inflamed, which causes another reaction. And so it's in the short term, your body needs inflammation in order to heal. It recruits your cells so that you can heal and improve, but over time, when it's over a prolonged period of time, that actually causes damage. So I don't know. Hopefully, I've explained that a little better, but that's in essence what inflammation is. It's a good thing. Short term, your body needs it, but over long periods of time, it's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, what really affects our gastrointestinal system, of course, is our diet, what we eat. That's the first job of the GI tract. And unfortunately, here in the United States, we eat what's known as the standard American diet, also known as SAD, and also the modern urban diet, which the acronym is MUD. And that is because we eat a lot of foods that have hydrogenated oils. What are those? Those are oils that they have changed so that the food doesn't rot, so that it has a long shelf life. Refined carbohydrates basically are taking the fiber and the nutrients out of the food that we eat so that your body breaks it down very quickly and it turns into sugar, which is all very inflammatory. The food we eat nowadays, because of the above two and wanting to have quick food, it's low in fiber. So we're not eating apples or bananas or eating beans like whole foods. And also, these foods are very low in phytonutrients. So we're not really eating colored vegetables. We're not really eating carrots and pomegranates and things like that. We're eating burgers and fries and things. They all kind of look brown,
Yeah.
white,
You know what, Dr.
bread.
Gilbert? My daughter and I had to go to London for a anatomy, like it was a training thing. It was, I don't know what year this was. Was it 2018? Anyway, we went, and the first thing we noticed was the difference in the food.
Mhm.
Like it was. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like they were very new. Their nutrition over there was like top notch. You can tell the difference in the food. Like even we bought some. I think we bought some Chip Ahoy cookies because I wanted some cookies from the grocery store, and they did not. They were soft. They did not taste like, and I started getting pissed off because I didn't know that until I
Mm,
experienced that in other parts of the world there are certain chemicals or ingredients that are not allowed where they get a better choice of food.
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of the other countries, a lot of the chemicals are banned that we actually put in our foods. So it is very eye opening, isn't it? Um,
Yeah.
but a lot of the ways that we, damage our GI tract is from acid containing foods. We're drinking a lot of coffee and sodas, and even the water that we drink, the Dasani and the Nestle water. It's devoid of minerals, so it's actually got a very, very low pH. Again, the foods have toxins, they have preservatives, there's dyes, there's also pesticides in the food. So these are all very damaging. And because of the damage, we are actually developing food intolerances. And later I'll kind of explain that
Wow.
quickly, but there's food allergies, there are intolerances, and there's sensitivities. But a lot of intolerances are gluten, dairy, wheat, eggs, corn, and soy. So those are the main things. And continually eating those and exposing your GI tract to them when they are inflammatory causes damage. And lastly, of course, infection. So just a few, everybody I think has heard about H. pylori, which lends itself to having stomach ulcers, and candida, which is the name for yeast, and then salmonella in the poultry and things like that. But there are so many other infections, viral infections, other bacterial infections. Every kind of infection can cause damage and break down the first pillar of good GI health, which is the function of digestion and absorption. Okay, so second pillar, which is very important that the gastrointestinal tract does, is detoxify and eliminate. So its job is to detoxify everything that we come into contact with and also to excrete it from our bodies. So the liver and the small intestines have the job of changing these toxins into substances that we can breathe out, that we urinate out, sweat out, or poop out. And so most toxins are in our fat, they're fat soluble. And so our body has to do a lot of complex biochemical reactions using enzymes and things like that to detoxify all the plastics that we're putting in our body, all the chemicals. And so with all of the things that we are asking our body to detoxify, it becomes burdened. It gets overloaded and the system becomes out of balance. So a lot of these detoxification problems are found now to be actually expressions and been named like Parkinson's. So they're finding that Parkinson's is a problem with detoxification just over time, a lot of pesticides and things like that. And I found an interesting fact that at that time, 2002, they had estimated that 4.7 billion pounds of toxic chemicals were released into the environment. And that was 2002. That's like crazy. And each year, all these billions of toxic chemicals are in the environment, and our body has to break that down and get rid of it. So that's why it's so important to be able to extract these minerals and nutrients from the food, because those are what the body needs to actually make the enzymes and do these complex biochemical reactions to get rid of all these chemicals. So really super important. And as far as detoxification, a lot of times I think people think of just a detox as gut rest. Like you go on a juice fast and you take psyllium and you're making sure those are really important. First, you do have to stop putting things in your body, remove these toxic substances, give your body a break. But then you have to, like I said before, replenish these deficient nutrients and cofactors and minerals in order to transform these substances into water-soluble, excretable substances. So when you're looking for a good detox program, it should have some type of vitamin shake or nutrients. You have to make sure, and that's why people like juice fast, because you're replenishing your body with live, whole things, enzymes, and people are taking your milk thistle, things to regenerate your liver, build your body back up again. So that's why I'd like to really emphasize that in a detox program. And also, again, sweeping your intestines, you have to get your gut moving. You have to make sure that you're having regular bowel movements. A lot of people have a bowel movement every 3 to 4 days. That's just not healthy. And constipation is a serious issue, and it affects millions and millions of people. So here in the slide, 15 to 20% of the population, which is huge. It's a huge problem.
I think I started looking at juicing as beneficial, like you said, because when you juicing, you're doing basically fruits and vegetables, and like you were saying, that's live food. All the other stuff we're eating is dead. But like if you're eating fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, yeah, I mean, so I when I figured that out. I don't know who told me that or if I read it somewhere. Every once in a while, I do like a juice fast and just allow my body to just rest. I need to do it again, but yeah, just allow your system to rest and so that it can heal.
Yes, and it and you have to make sure also that they're organic.
Yeah.
It's good to, of course, eat all these fresh fruits and vegetables, but you can't be adding pesticides to the mix, and waxes and all of that. So, really washing your food well. And eating organic is expensive. It's definitely an expense. So, what you can do also is look into what is called the Dirty Dozen, and it comes out every year. There's a website, it's called like the Workman's Group, and you can look it up. You can just type in Google and say, the Dirty Dozen, and it will tell you that year which foods are highly sprayed and that you should buy organic. Like, you really need to buy these foods, these fresh vegetables and fruits organic, because this year they are more heavily sprayed.
What's the name of the website again, Dr. Gilbert?
Oh boy, I'm like,
I think my daughter's
Yeah.
gonna try to find it and put
I
it
didn't
on there.
Google that, but I think it's something Workman's Group. But yeah, usually I just
Wow.
end up Googling the Dirty Dozen, or other way you can do is look for the Clean 15. So they put those both out on the website. So that's really good to know.
Dr. Gilbert,
Mhm.
we are close to the midway of the show. It's already been 30 minutes, believe it or not.
Wow.
Is this a good time to take a break, or do you need to finish
No,
finish what you're talking? Okay,
we're gonna
so
keep going.
you want to take a break for a minute and a few minutes, and then we'll be back. Um, so what I'm getting from Dr. Gilbert is the gut is very important for the body, and one way to heal is to you got to take care of your gut. I mean, that's a major because it's connected, like Dr. Gilbert said, it's connected to uh, the other organs in the body. And then, um, so we have to start eating better. We have to start being more intentional about what we put in our bodies. So we're going to come back on the other side, and Dr. Gilbert's going to take some questions. We'll try to do as many questions as we can, and you all can also leave comments. Today, Dr. Gilbert, I'm going to put you backstage for a second.
Okay.
Today, our music spotlight is Simon Russell. Simon Russell is he's a singer that I found out from Quran. He's amazing. So we're going to look at that right quick, and then we're going to be right back with gut health with Dr. Sunao Gilbert. So I hope you all enjoy this.
I think you're really gonna like this one.
You gotta be kidding.
I don't know about this place.
This is a dump.
No. It's beautiful. Just look.
No.
Just
I don't know what you
just
see.
watch.
I don't know.
This
is the realtor company you hired?
No, it's
Yeah.
It's
How long
this
you
is
been,
beautiful.
how long you been selling real estate? That's too late.
Man, this place is terrible. It's not gonna work.
Back in the day, I heard this was a great real jazz club. They used to tear it up in here.
Looks like they should tear it down.
No.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Seriously, gentlemen, what do you think?
No,
What do
it's
I
terrible.
think?
I don't like
I
this.
think
Not
you need to
good.
find another job.
I
is
don't
what
like
you
this.
need.
Wait,
Are you a
down the
real
street?
realtor?
Yeah,
No,
no,
that
it's
doesn't-
come on.
it doesn't make
I've
any
been showing
sense.
I showed you the building down the street.
Then
I've only been doing this about
I don't like it.
two and a half weeks. No, this place is great. I've only been like that one.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Hold it. Back in the day, huh? Back in the day.
So yeah. That's what I'm trying to ask. Fellas, great gig tonight.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
How many sets we end up playing anyway?
I think it was about 4 sets. Wow.
4 sets. Man, no wonder I'm tired.
Hey, Pops, when are we gonna get paid, man?
Yeah.
As soon as you stop playing them wrong notes.
Oh, man. I guess it's time to get paid.
Oh, really? What you gonna do?
Oh, girl, you just
What, you gonna work it out?
Yeah, we're working
All
out.
right.
Hey, Garrett, kick him off a little bass.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time when she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, I know, 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 I know. Hey, you gotta leave young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I know, 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 I know. Ain't gonna leave this something alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When she's gone, gone, gone.
We're taking.
All right, so that's National Recording Artist Simon Russell. He was on the show, I think, about 6 months ago. Amazing gentleman. All right, so we have Dr. Gilbert, Sunao Gilbert's in the house, and we're talking about the importance of your gut and gut health. And so we're going to continue that conversation. We got quite a few people in here, Dr. Gilbert, hanging out with you, getting informed. We'll try to do some shout outs a little bit later. And then Sherryl has already put the survey in the comments. So after this comment, after this show, if you would, the survey is like 2 to 3 minutes long. If you take that survey, we would be so gracious. All right, Dr. Gilbert, I'm going to put your slides back up for
Okay.
you.
All
Here we go.
right. I'm going to move it along. I didn't realize, like you said the hour would go quickly, and I was like, no, it's too long. But I'm like, ooh, I gotta hurry on up. All righty. Well, just to keep it moving. So just to finish, so average American will eat about 30 to 50 tons of food in their lifetime. So it's a lot of food. A lot of defending that the gastrointestinal tract has to do. It actually has the headquarters of the immune system is in the gut. Because of all of this, the inside of your mouth is actually the outside of your body. And the GI tract only has one cell that separates the outside of your body from the blood supply. So it has a pretty tough job of defending us. Also, its job is to maintain microbial balance. So all the gut flora in your body has a lot of responsibilities. And there's actually more bacteria in your colon than in your whole body, which is crazy to think about. But the microbial in your gut have the job of doing gut motility and talking to your immune system as well as to your brain. And a lot of times this becomes disturbed with us taking medications, antibiotics, NSAIDs, which are your Motrin, your Aleve. Also, again, as I stated before, your pesticides, infections. And with that, this manifests itself, like the term dysbiosis will a lot of times manifest itself as indigestion, bloating, constipation, diarrhea. And for those who have IBS, a lot of times it's due to dysbiosis. So be good to get to the core instead of taking Linzess or some other medication for that. And then, as I stated before, there is a strong connection that the gut has with the brain. I know I've been in situations before where I've gotten some like crazy news and all of a sudden I feel nauseated. Why is that? Because your brain is telling your sending neurotransmitters that start a whole cascade of events that could trigger increased gut motility, could increase permeability, all of these things that will actually cause the abdominal pain, the diarrhea, and the vomiting. And then there's also a nerve that is directly connected to the brain, which is the vagus nerve. And we actually make a lot of our neurotransmitters in our gut. The gut has its own nervous system, which is called the enteric nervous system. So serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that makes people happy. A lot of people who are depressed are on serotonin reuptake inhibitors, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and that's so that there is more serotonin in the brain. Well, if you have gut dysfunction and a lot of the serotonin is made in your gut, maybe that could be a part of the problem as well. And just evidence to show that there is a strong gut-brain communication is that they're finding that there's a close association with people who have autism and anxiety. They have dysbiosis. Also, people who've been labeled with irritable bowel, they actually have dysbiosis, which again is that imbalance in the gut flora. Okay. And so again, as I was saying before, a lot of chronic illness is actually starts in the gut, and it's because of inflammation. Cardiovascular disease is actually a disease of inflammation. A lot of times you go to your doctor and they're worried about, oh, you have, cholesterol. We have to get this cholesterol in check. It's not about the cholesterol. It's about the underlying mechanism that causes the cholesterol to be bad, which is inflammation. Your cholesterol, you need it to insulate your nerves. It's the building block of hormones. And the inflammation is coming from this oxidative stress that I talked about. Also, diabetes, which is a manifestation of GI tract problems. And then also can be viral or bacterial. A lot of times people have wretched teeth, and that's also your GI tract. And bacteria and infection start in your mouth and go into your gut and cause this inflammation. which causes the beginning of atherosclerosis and those plaques. So again, the reasons why the gut actually fails. So just kind of list them out. You have diet, the medications that I listed before, food allergies. The food allergies, you have the immediate ones where you break out in the hives and your throat closes up. But then there's also sensitivities, which are delayed sensitivity, delayed to food. So a lot of times those are the people who are having like the rashes and things like that because they're not breaking their food down. The food is leaking into the gut and causing you to have an immune response. And then intolerances, which there's no immune response. It's just that the body cannot actually break down food. So most known is lactose intolerance. They don't have the enzymes needed to break down milk. So it manifests as, the upset stomach or diarrhea or just a lot of gas. And other reasons, low stomach acid. Again, the medications that people are taking, poor digestion, minerals, things like that will cause the pillars to fail. Pancreatic insufficiency, you don't have enough digestive enzymes, so you have maldigestion. Bile insufficiency. So bile is made in your gallbladder. Tons of people get their gallbladder out all the time. You need your gallbladder. It's what digests fat. It's what helps take away toxins out of your body. So with this, you get a lot of problems. You get elevated cholesterol, you get constipation and toxic buildup again. So these people who are hippie and estrogen dominant and Parkinson's disease and all the other different disease processes that are out there. And I stated before, dysbiosis is a really huge problem that causes huge dysfunction throughout the body, even though it's just localized to the stomach. And then intestinal permeability, which is also known as leaky gut. So again, people aren't breaking down their food appropriately. It's causing inflammation. These food particles are leaking down into the blood supply. And so your body mounts an immune response. It's not supposed to see food particles in the blood. So that causes autoimmune diseases. It causes infection. And then again, we're exposed to so many toxins and plastics and chemicals and things like that. And so this overload in our system causes a recirculation of toxins. It causes inflammation and again, changes the way that we are able to respond to infections. So leaky gut, I think that it's becoming more well known, but it is central to a lot of problems as well, specifically those people who have a lot of skin issues. Also, autoimmune is caused by leaky gut. And people who are having symptoms in like headaches and fatigue, again, caused by leaky gut. And it's a breakdown of the barrier function of the gastrointestinal tract. So, and this gut barrier is only one layer thick. There's only one layer of cells that separates the outside of your body from your blood supply. So keeping these cells healthy, eating well, feeding yourself well, because the cells themselves need nutrients in order to be healthy. Oops. Sorry, you guys, I think this is an old thing, but didn't finish. I don't have all my slides on here, actually.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I had another couple slides. Oh.
Well, we got a whole lot of information.
Are there any questions?
Yeah. Any questions, comments, put them in the comment. While they're doing that, I can put, okay, so Dr. Gilbert is in California, but say a person does live in California, but they want to get a consultation or like, do you do virtual? Do you do phone? Okay.
So I do.
Okay.
I was actually trying to see if I can get these. I'm trying to Are you seeing what I'm seeing on the screen? Or
There is nothing there. Well, I see the autoimmune, but there is nothing there.
okay, so you guys are just seeing autoimmune, not
I
us.
pulled it down. I pulled it down until you could
Oh,
like see if you could fix
oh,
it
okay.
or
So let me see
yeah,
if I can fix it really quickly. Then
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
awesome. Um,
While Dr. Gilbert is trying to do that, I'm going to put up her information. Uh, so here is a phone number that you can call about her services, schedule a consultation. Um, like I said, she does quite a few things. We were talking about leaky gut, but she does anti-aging. Does women's health. She does quite a few things. Her phone number is area code 949-363-3162. So if you got your cell phone, take a screenshot of that right there. Go right ahead so you can have it. Yeah. All right. And
almost. Oh man,
the name of the what'd you say? What is the name of the practice?
it's optimum rejuvenation.
Optimum rejuvenation. Yes. Yes. All right.
Oh, kind of really sad, but anyway, I worked
That's okay.
my
So
thing.
we actually learned a lot about the gut on the second half. We were talking about leaky gut. We were looking at the different systems in the body and how if the gut is not good, it starts affecting the heart. It starts affecting the skin. Oh my goodness. You start having I know people that have allergies and
That's exactly
you
yes.
know they're
Asthma
yeah.
reflected in the gut. Um, yeah,
Wow. It's just amazing just how if the gut is so okay, so if we feel that our gut is sick, how like what can we do to heal it? Like tell us like some
on one
things
of
we can
my slides, but yes, I outlined. It's called the.
sorry.
It's okay. I mixed up my slides. I guess there's different versions, but it's called the 5R program, which is remove. You have to replenish. So you have to remove the toxins. Then you have to replenish what's missing: digestive enzymes, bile acids, ox bile, things like that, so you can digest your fats. Also, you have to re-inoculate your GI tract with your probiotics, prebiotics, and just making your gut healthy, feeding yourself healthy foods so that your gut has a lot of different ways to house the probiotics so those bacteria can thrive. And then also you have to rebalance. You have to remove stress from your self and meditate and stop that stressors that come from your brain, from your thoughts and things like that. So there's different things and that you have to do to make sure that the gut is fully healed. You have to heal those pillars so that your gut can be healthy.
Now, that's one area that I struggle with the stress and the anxiety because of my schedule and the things that I do. I have a lot of stresses, and sometimes I don't realize that I'm stressed, but then my body starts reacting to the stress. So I see the symptoms of the stress, and then I realize I'm stressed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any? Oh, here's a question. Let's see. Will a healthy gut help you get to and maintain correct or healthy weight?
Absolutely. Absolutely. A large part of that, of course, again, is your gut flora because they have so many. It's your all those bacteria are metabolically active and go into making the hormones that you need. Specifically, again, like I said before, your thyroid. Your thyroid is your master regulator of your body. And if that's low, you are going to be retaining waste. Your metabolism is not going to be high. Again, you could be recirculating toxins, which make you more estrogen dominant, which is going to make you retain your extra adipose. And then, of course, the stress that you're dealing with directly reflects on your gut and causes that stress hormone cortisol. So you get more adipose and dysfunction in your body. So, and definitely. And then, of course, when you're when you're healing your gut, you are staying away from all those refined, processed foods that are nutrient deficient but calorie dense. So that puts weight on you. And, in the process of getting a healthy gut, you are eating fresh vegetables and fruits and beans and things that your body can actually break down and use that are nutrient dense and have, a normal amount of calories. So, absolutely.
Okay. Where can we order the at-home kit that you referenced in your intro?
So, I don't really remember. Oh, home test. So, there's no actual home test. My friend, I was in residency and she had done the functional medicine. And so she actually prescribed these kits that were sent in the mail to me from a specialty clinic. And then I do the kits at home. So I encourage all of you guys to call and get a consultation. And if you decide to work with me, I would decide which specialty test you need. And those tests are shipped directly to you. We have a phlebotomist come out if it requires blood draw, but a lot of them are, the basic test for your gut is a stool test. So you can easily do that at home. Or if you want to go a little bit more deeply, a urine test, which can be done at home, but they need to be prescribed by a doctor.
Can they reach you through the website down there too, or do you want me to put the phone number up again?
You can put the phone number up as well.
Phone number.
Definitely. I have the most amazing assistant admin,
Screenshot, y'all. Screenshot.
and her name is Juana, and she would be answering that phone. She'll be looking forward to you guys calling.
Okay. All right.
So
Wow, we are at the end of the hour. Can you believe this, Dr. Gilbert?
I cannot.
told you.
I was like, it's too long. It's too long.
Let's see. Do postmenopausal women need a differentiated gut health regimen?
No. Everything is specific to the individual. So, what really guides me are your test results. I definitely believe in test, don't guess, because what you think could be wrong may not be what actually is the crux of the problem. But yeah, I understand what you're saying about postmenopausal women, but a lot of time it can be the recirculating of uh, your hormones and a toxic buildup. I think that affects a lot of postmenopausal women.
Are there any other questions or comments? We got maybe one more minute. If anybody wants to ask any final questions or have any final comments, while they're doing that, Dr. Gilbert, I know that you have a very busy schedule, and I am just honored that you were able to fit us in and come and give us some rich information on the importance of our gut. We have never had a doctor come talk to us about our gut, and so I just really appreciate you, and we thank you for all of the information that you've given us to help us to do better.
Absolutely.
Yep. Do you have any shout outs or anybody that you want to shout out to? No.
Everybody. I mean, everybody that I know and love, and just grateful to be able to sit here and share.
Okay. Well, we have a few. We have our regulars on here. Your auntie is on here. You probably have a couple aunties on here because I was texting and stuff, texting cousins and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
they're on here. Also, Yo Michael. Your Michael. I hope I'm
Oh
saying.
yes, Yumiko. Yes, Yumi. And
Yumiko.
I actually saw my
She's
honey
on here.
Vinny.
Yes.
He said what's
Uh,
up.
Vincent. Vincent is on here as
Yeah.
well. Scafidi.
So,
Scafidi.
mm-hmm.
I'm messing up people's names. I apologize. Charged to my head and not my heart. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. You have Jazzy K Ward Radio on here. Jazzy K Ward is actually in Alabama. He's a good friend of mine. He's on here as well. Um, let's see. Here's a comment from your auntie.
Let's
Thank you.
you.
Our Dr. Gilbert, I always thought you looked like your dad,
Aw.
Uncle Roosevelt, but tonight I see your mom, Aunt Yvonne, on screen. Love you, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Love
hmm
you.
Lady Jackson says, such awesome information. I need in depth information about thyroid, postmenopausal, and weight retention. Aging is no joke.
That is right. It is not for the faint at heart. I know that. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, I'm postmenopausal too, so I do understand.
yeah.
But yeah, call the number 363, sorry, 949-363-3162. So you can consult with me. We can do virtual and get your gut healed, get you to optimum rejuvenation. Yay!
Yay! All right. Okay. So we're gonna end the show. We got what, like 2 minutes. We're gonna end the show. Again, Dr. Gilbert, thank you so much.
Thanks.
And yes, and please, everyone, please do the survey. There's a 2 to 3 minute survey. Cheryl has put the link in the comments. Please do the survey for me. I would really, really appreciate it. It's for a study. All right, Dr. Gilbert, is that if that's all? Oh,
Bye,
wonderful.
everyone. Bye,
Dr.
cuz.
Gilbert. All right. Okay, so next week we have one more discussion, health discussion for this quarter. And I'm trying to get Dr. Alford. I don't know if you all remember Rodney Alford when COVID first hit. He was the one that was on here quite a bit talking about COVID. I'm trying to get him on. He was scheduled, but he may have had a change in his um, plans and he may be traveling. So we'll find out. I'll put who's going to be on here soon next week, but we have one more to go. Okay, so have a great weekend, everybody. Lord willing, we will see you same time, same. I gotta go check on my daughter. She's choking. Same time, same platform. All right, take care, everybody. All right.